boisterous Selhurst Park. The TV pictures showing all the home supporters with their balloons and wigs and scarves and flags, and makes me feel a little bit jealous actually of what could have been for us last year when we thought we were moments away from an FA Cup semi-final, and in previous seasons that game against Watford. And as much as I thought Dean Henderson should have been sent off at the weekend, I can't begrudge them winning something for the first time. It's nice to see it being shared around.
Yeah, I know what you mean about what teams winning things for the first time, but yeah, look, me and you agreed when I said to you, do you think he should have got sent off? And you just went straight away, yes, he should have. And don't matter about ruining the games. You can't have like a decision like that. It's the rule of what it is. It's sending off. Goal scoring opportunity. They said, he wasn't going towards goal. He wasn't going towards goal because Henderson knocked the ball away from it with his hands. But look, getting back to tonight, I'm hoping that we're going to have a hangover from the weekend. i.e., that's the reason why they made all the changes. And we're hoping that we're going to be fresh and we're going to take the game to them and get the right results. Because I know people say, no, it's a nothing game, but it is. It is something to us. We want to finish this season on a high. We want to make sure that we get the best that we can out of this season, considering where we were in December. Can we finish as high as we can now? And I think that we've been absolutely brilliant since the turn of the year in the way that we've played. Again, managers doing the right thing in bringing certain players into the club. Agbadou coming in has been absolutely unbelievable for us. So look, it's all about trying to finish as high as you can and on a positive, because I do believe that takes you into the following year in a positive mind and attitude as well.
Score prediction, how are you feeling?
I'm hoping that they're going to be still hungover from the weekend.
I think some of the fans are.
I was going to say, yeah. Well, when they showed us a couple of the pictures, you thought, yeah, they've had a good weekend. I know we don't do well here. I'm going to go 3-1 to us.
Okay. I feel like we need to score early and quieten everything down.
We've got to take our opportunities out. That's the one thing that's come out of the last two games is taking your chances, because we're creating them, but we're just not taking them, and you've got to take it, especially when you want to win here. This is a difficult place to come. There's a reason why they're a good team and won the FA Cup and finished, and the way that they've played these games this season. Don't matter who they're playing, this is going to be a tough game. We've just got to make sure we get that chance, take it.
Well, for the penultimate time, Wolves are heading out very shortly indeed. It's been a bit of a roller coaster season, it has to be said, but there have been some magnificent goals within it. Will we see more tonight? Belkar striking! Oh, Jean-Louis Belkar!
What a goal.
That's stunning! An incredible hit to get Wolves level.
Oh, wow.
20 plus yards, fires into the top corner. Where did that come from?
That was out of nothing, wasn't it? It just took one bounce and he's just absolutely followed it past the keeper. What a strike that is.
Ball has found its way all the way through up to Archer, dispossessed by Dawson, who is stronger than him. Cunha allowed to turn and face goal and shooting and scoring a beauty. Matheus Cunha from distance fires it into the far corner. Beautiful goal from the Brazilian. Andre pretty much on the centre spot, finds Lamina, trying to stand it forwards for the run of Cunha. What a ball! Cunha brings it down and Cunha scores a beauty. What a magnificent goal from Wolves. The pass by Mario Lamina is magical and it's brought down by Matheus Cunha. He's still got a lot to do, but he manages to flick it past Bernd Leno and Wolves are back on level terms with a sensational goal.
Oh, it's all about the pass, isn't it? I know he's done a great run there, Cunha. Just off the shoulder. I tell you what, it's a great first touch. And his second touch is in the net.
Nice little flick from João Gomes, Mateus Cunha. Now João Gomes again, onto Cunha, sweeping it! Oh my word! Mateus Cunha with an unbelievable curling effort into the top corner. Wolves have got themselves a cushion. It's the long wait for an away win finally coming to an end. Wolves are on the verge of back-to-back victories, given to them by the magic of Mateus Cunha. Here comes Cunha, driving over the halfway line to Bellegarde on his right-hand side, 30 yards from goal. Looking to try and lift across it. Larsson's header! Oh, an immediate equaliser! Jørgen Strand Larsen on the end of Jean-Luc de Bellegarde's cross. Classic centre-forward goal. Wolves were not behind for long.
That's what he's been wanting. Crosses into the box. Yeah. Put the ball in for him. So look, if you put it in the right area, he'll attack it. And he's just gone to show what he can do.
A lot of players around Andre Onana as the ball goes in towards them. Oh, it's gone all the way through! Mateus Cunha in a season where he's produced moments of magic consistently. That may well be the best of the lot. A goal for the ages to be shown again and again. Mateus Cunha direct from the corner over everybody into the far corner. Wolves 1, Manchester United 0. Still Aït-Nouri, Cunha. Andre taps it to Aït-Nouri, pulls it back, and Hwang to shoot. Curls it, that's brilliant. What a goal into the bottom corner. Magnificent. A training ground routine executed to perfection. Hee-Chan Hwang. Spurs 0, Wolves 1. That's a beauty. Not too much of an option for him. Goes infield to Bellegarde. Drag back to find Cunha. Cunha back onto his left foot. Curling! Oh, that's glorious! Into the far bottom corner via the foot of the post. Mateus Cunha scores for the third game in a row, and Wolves are right back in things at Anfield. Liverpool 2, Wolves 1. Take a bow, Mateus Cunha.
There's your goal scorer, and I keep saying to you about having a shot, doing something with it.
The final away game of the campaign at the home of the FA Cup winners, Crystal Palace's homecoming party. Wolves aiming to spoil the feel-good feeling of those glad all over. Wolves have lost their last 2 and have only won 1 of the last 8 meetings, tasting defeat on each of the last 4 visits to Selhurst Park. The Eagles are 1 win in 6 in the league, but on the verge of their best top-flight points tally for over 30 years. A win for Vitor Pereira's side would guarantee at least a 14th placed finish, but the omens aren't good. The Old Gold have lost their final away league fixture in each of the last 8 seasons. Vitor Pereira makes 6 changes from the side that started against Brighton last time out. Sarr, Semedo, Doherty, João Gomes, Menezes and Cunha all miss out. Bentley, Rodrigo, Giga, Bellegarde, Sarabia and Larsson into the starting lineup. 6 changes for Palace from the side that started at Wembley. Guéhi, Wharton, Kamada, Mitchell, Eze and Mateta. In comes Ward, Hughes, Lerma, Chilwell, Esse and Nketiah. So the home side will line up with penalty hero from the FA Cup final, Dean Henderson in goal. Joel Ward, Maxence Lacroix and Chris Richards, the back 3. Daniel Munoz and Ben Chilwell, the wing backs. Jefferson Lerma and Will Hughes in midfield. Ismaila Sarr, Eddie Nketiah and Romain Esse in the front 3. Dan Bentley comes in goal for Wolves. Rodrigo Gomez, Nasser Giga, Emmanuel Agbadou. Captain for tonight, Totti and Aït-Nouri. Andre and Jean-Luc de Bellegarde in midfield. Pablo Sarabia, Jorgen Strand-Larsen, and Gonzalo Guedes, the front three. On the respective benches, Matt Turner's the backup goalkeeper for Palace, Tyrick Mitchell, Eberechi Eza, Mateus Franca, Jean-Philippe Mateta, Nathaniel Klein, Daichi Kamada, Justin Devenny and Caleb Kapoor. For Wolves, it's Tom King, Matt Doherty, Santi Bueno, Marshall Manetti, João Gomez, Mateus Cunha, Hee-Chan Wang, Nelson Semedo, and Pedro Lima. I'm Mikey Burrows, and for this one, alongside me is the Hall of Famer, Andy Thompson.
I think opportunities for today's game, 6 changes to show the manager what they can do for this season. Some of them had a little bit more time than others in playing time, that is. So, good opportunity, tough to come out and get a result. Just got to make sure we're clinical and do it right.
Wolves about to go into their pre-match huddle. Palace high-fiving each other, as I'm sure they've done plenty of times since the final whistle on Saturday. So many emotional videos on social media in the last couple of days. Grown men drawn to tears.
He's brilliant though, wasn't it? It's brilliant to say, like a team like Crystal Palace.
It's a lovely sporting story.
It is, yeah, it is. And so, like, good luck to them, apart from today. But yeah, it is great to see somebody else winning one of the major cups. We've got Newcastle winning the other one. So it's nice that they've actually got something out of it. Makes a change that the big boys, as they say, not taking everything this year.
So here we go. Pablo Sarabia stood over the ball. For the penultimate time this season, we're underway. A long ball meant for Jorgen Strand-Larsen. Goes all the way through to Henderson. Moves downfield. Totti in with a challenge, getting the better of Nketiah. And Bellegarde just short of the centre circle in his own half. Plays a 5-yard pass to Andre. And Totti will try and make something from it. Go infield to Emmanuel Agbadou. Big header away. On by Ismail Assar. Cleared away by Giga. And it will go all the way through harmlessly to Henderson.
Yeah, I just think tonight's an opportunity, especially for Giga. Rodrigo Gomez as well. We know what he can do. We know what he's like. We know that he likes to run up the field.
Chilwell looking to hit an early cross that's gone all the way through the penalty area. And Aït-Nouri can see it for a throw by his left-hand corner flag. Big hello to Sheepy, listening to the game from Siena in Italy. Says big up to the Wolves fans they met in Pisa. First the pints and then the extra 9 million in prize money up the Wolves. Paul is listening in from a bar in Santorini. 2 Wolves fans here, no Palace fans. From 2-0 Wolves, says please say hi to Sally back in the hotel. Richards, cross for Lacroix. They closed down by Larson on the halfway line. Played forwards by Ward. Sent back to halfway. Lerma for Lacroix. Cross to Richards. Switching from the right of the back three to the left in the absence of Marc Guéhi. Wolves playing towards the Holmesdale Road end, the main home end in the first half. The away supporters in the Arthur Waite stand towards the corner where it meets White Horse Lane. Andre, with a little grip of the arm of Jefferson Lerma, then left a bit on him. Gives away a free kick.
Well, you know that you're not going to have much time when he's around, is he? He's always snapping at things. It's usually the pair of them, Gomez as well, in that central position, but yeah, just on his own doing that there.
And Ketia has got there ahead of Agbadou. Then Agbadou with a rather clumsy looking challenge to try and win the ball back. Yeah. And it'll be a Palace free kick out towards the left-hand touchline, probably, 30 yards from goal?
Yeah, he just made a little misjudgments there, didn't he, to start with Agbadou. So, look, he's just misread it. Ketia just getting the better of him and just getting using his body well for the second challenge that come in. Yeah, so he's just got caught out a little bit there, just caught on his heels.
David Webb is the man in charge today. Only the 5th time he's taken charge of a Wolves game, and the last one was all the way back in 2015. 4-1 win away at Huddersfield. It's only his 2nd Premier League game this season. Free kick taken left-footed from the left-hand side, and the header on by Ismaila Sarr. And it's well wide of the far post.
Yeah, just a little bit too much time and space there for me. Sarr just come off, didn't he? Off Larson. Was able just to get his header. Just couldn't direct it on target, fortunately for us. But yeah, we could just be defended in the right position there for me. Shouldn't be having a header like that. He's only takes something towards goal that can cause you problems.
Big kick forwards from Dan Bentley. 4.5 minutes into the game. Finds its way to Totti. Into this middle of the Wolves half for Agbadou. Across to Giga. Interesting to see how he fares tonight. I haven't seen a great deal of him.
No, we haven't, but it's got to be a better ball up to Larson there. He can't beat the ball. They've got 3 at the back. He's up there on his own, and then he's hitting the ball. Was it another 5 foot above his head? Give him a chance. You know he's going to work hard for you and try and get something out of it.
First Premier League start for Nasser Giga. His only other start in a Wolves shirt came at Bournemouth in the FA Cup. First time we've seen him on the pitch since the Man United game.
Yeah, he just seems an age, doesn't he? That we haven't seen him.
Big high crossfield ball meant for Rodrigo Gomez, too high for him. There he gave the thumbs up for the intention.
Yeah, that's not a hard ball, is it? Somebody of his quality there, Totti. He shouldn't be in it. Again, he sees him about 6 foot over his head. It's got to be a better ball. I think the manager's happy anyway. He's shaking his head. So, yeah, I don't think that's a hard ball. And they're the little things that matter within a game. Just getting those little things right.
Guedes nearly stole in. Larson with a block. The ball's going to rebound towards Sarabia, who let it go for a Wolves throw. He's got a big old mark on his nose, Pablo Sarabia. What he's been up to. There's Totti. Now Agbadou trying to switch it out to the right-hand side. And it was Sarabia trying to play it down the line for Rodrigo Gomez. So I'm intrigued to see how Rodrigo Gomez goes from the start, because this could be an option for next season if Nelson Semedo ends up leaving the club this summer.
Look, he's coming to the side in pre-season. I thought it was outstanding in pre-season. And unfortunately, he was always going to struggle to get a starting position because Semedo, with the quality that Semedo's got. So it was always going to be a problem. But when he has come into the side, he hasn't disappointed. He showed the energy that he's got, the quality that he's got. He's got himself a couple of goals this year as well. So it just shows that he's a good prospect to have. Is he going to be his number 1 right back? I don't know. He's probably going to give him a chance to have a look at him with the 2 games coming up. Because this will be a tough game today against these. It'll be a tough game, so it'll be interesting to see how he deals with it. Different kind of team compared to like where you got your Liverpools and your Arsenals and that as well. So it'll be interesting to see.
Up against an experienced operator in Ben Chilwell, at least a player though who hasn't played as much football in the last year or so that he probably would have liked. This only the 11th appearance of his loan spell as Rodrigo Gomez tries to put a low cross in that was comfortably blocked, but Giga is there to head it forwards. Rodrigo Gomez up to the corner of the penalty area for Guedes. Back wide to Sarabia, who tries a left-footed ball towards the edge of the box, headed away by Ward. Bellegarde made sure he was first, the loose ball. Back to Totti. Now Andre, just the left of the centre circle on halfway. Guedes stumbling. In goes Andre to block off Ismaila Sarr, and I think that's going to be a Palace throw, despite Guedes' best efforts to keep it in.
Yeah, it just went out, didn't it? But again, it's about that quality up to Larsson. That's another ball that's not giving him any chance at all of actually putting his body anywhere near it to just give him a chance. It's got to be better.
Munoz with the ball forwards. Cleared away by Giga, high into the sky, headed back by Lacroix towards the halfway line. Bellegarde, I think, was trying to leave it for Aït-Nouri. He made some ends by getting a toe on the ball to stop Ismaila Sarr's advance. And Agbadou back to Bentley. Was trying to play it around, but Sarabia's pass straight out of play for a throw. Keith says a very strange start to the game. Not sure the changes have helped.
Yeah, we just struggle to get any consistency and just flow to our game at the moment.
Well, here comes Guedes. Aït-Nouri joining him, trying to play it back in field on the edge of the penalty area. Not sure that was the right choice. Palace had the numbers back there to defend it. And now Palace will try and hit on the counter. Ward, early ball. Finds his way through for a strike across the face of goal by Ben Chilwell. Not really troubling Dan Bentley.
Yeah, but that's what Palace have done really well this year, is getting bodies forward. You look in there, they've got 5 players around the edge of our box or in the box. Wasn't great from Chilwell, Solak on there as well. But they've got to do better. Wolves have had an opportunity for Aït-Nouri to put the ball into a decent area. And that's where that selection and that decision-making comes into the game. Got to make sure that you give your chance, or give your players the chance, I should say, of getting something on it.
Bellegarde for Aït-Nouri. Now looking for Guedes on the turn. Midway inside the Palace half, sent back towards the centre circle. Managed to wriggle it through to Sarabia, who couldn't quite find Rodrigo Gomez. It'll be a Wolves throw just past the halfway line. Back into their own half they go through Andre. Gets it back from Agbadou. And here the Wolves supporters trying to make some noise. Fabulous travelling support on a Tuesday night at this stage of the season, with nothing much to play for. Although don't tell Lee Naylor I said that, because I've been banging on about the race for 13th for the last month.
I'm sure he'll remind you on Sunday.
Still on. Win tonight and then goes to the final day. I don't think we thought we'd be saying that come the turn of the year. Agbadou seeing the ball behind for a goal kick.
And that's the reason with his defending is where we are now in this league. He got us out of trouble with his strength and the way that he plays, his ability to get himself into the right places. It's been a good acquisition for us, hasn't he? Going to be a good player.
Totti finding Sarabia, able to carry it over the halfway line. He's played the pass behind Rodrigo, who couldn't quite keep it in. Rodrigo Gomez was pointing, saying, I want it played in behind. Give me something to run onto.
And somebody of his ability knows that as well, Sarabia. Now, that's about 6 or 7 passes that we've done in vital areas that we've given away. And they're the ones that count. They're the ones that matter to the way that we're playing. If you're going to get any momentum going forward, that's what's got to be right. That's what's going to try and get you to hurt teams. You're just letting them off the hook a little bit.
Totti for Aït-Nouri. It's blocked off by Munoz. Ainuri trying to get the better of Will Hughes, lost his footing on the halfway line, gets the free kick. We have played nearly 13 minutes at Selhurst Park. Crystal Palace 0, Wolves 0. Bellegarde for Andre. Out to the right hand side to Giga. Back to Agbadou, midway inside his own half. Across for Totti. First time pass out wide to Aït-Nouri. Had to come a bit deep and tried a little flick, but it didn't quite come off. And Ismaila Sarr passing infield. That came off Andre. Agbadou slides in. Andre, fizzed a pass into Rodrigo Gomez that he couldn't control. And it's just a little bit sloppy.
It is sloppy, and like you've got chances to get at this back line and the midfield of Crystal Palace, and because the passing's just not been up to the standard that we're expecting, it's just letting Crystal Palace off it and putting us in trouble. So like it's just got to make sure that we just, again, those basics, make sure we do well. That was a simple pass from Andre on the last one.
Wolves throw, midway inside their own half, back to Agbadou on the edge of the penalty area. Wolves trying to build, trying to just get a little bit of momentum and tempo going in their play. Aït-Nouri on the halfway line. Back to Totti. Agbadou trying to hit the big diagonal switch. It's a lovely ball. Rodrigo Gomez had to stretch, and is that going to be a Palace throw or Wolves throw? It looks like it's gone Palace's way to Rodrigo Gomez's frustration.
Yeah, that's a Wolves ball. While they're looking at the replay of that, Chilwell looks like he knows that he's appealing for it, and not saying he's con the referee or the official, but he's got himself a throwing out of it.
Chilwell with the throw. One in the air by Romain Esse. Hooks forwards and then Nketiah can chase this. Bentley comes a long way out. He had to get there. And he got a touch to the ball and sends it out of play for a throw. He might have caught a bit of Nketiah in the process as well.
Yeah, great start. Just got caught out there, not chucking the run up. That Totti, was it? Just got caught out a little bit. Great play by Dan Bentley, though. Read it really well. Needed to.
Yeah, alert goalkeeping from Dan Bentley. The Wolves had a very unusually high line there. And they're all backtracking now. The ball is run through to Chilwell. Chilwell striking, Bentley saving. Aït-Nouri clearing. Danger building as far as Crystal Palace are concerned. Aït-Nouri infield to Bellegarde. Now for Andre inside the centre circle. Chilwell's had the two best opportunities for Palace so far.
Yeah, which is a little bit concerning. Not been difficult with him creating that chance. He's been on his own quite a lot of the time, hasn't he? Rodrigo's either got to give him or one of the centre halves, but they've got to help him. I think that I know Giga's just come into it and he's playing that side, but he just needs to help him. He needs to make sure. Look, he's been caught out of position. I'm just looking at the centre halves, very narrow defending, the three of them, and I know they want to try and stop Crystal Palace coming down the central positions, but somebody's got to go out there and cause and get to him and get in contact with him and just shuffle across. Go as a four if Rodrigo Gomez is caught out.
Positive run by Jean-René Bellegarde, brought down by Will Hughes for Wolves free kick midway inside the Palace half, just to the right of centre. It's taken early, but too early for the referee's liking. Bellegarde on the turn. Will Hughes bundled into the side of him. Sarabia stood over the ball. Big boys have come forwards from the back. Palace trying to hold a high defensive line just outside the penalty area. Sarabia to lift it through. Comes off the head of Richards. Put back into the danger zone by Totti and headed behind for a Wolves corner.
Looks like he fell nice for Totti, and I know it's on his right foot, but he's got to put the ball into between the posts. He's knocked it over the top of absolutely everybody. You've got Larson in there, you've got Agbadou in there, Guedes in there, and he's knocked it over the top of all of them. Again, that's just a simple little side foot volley into an area.
Sarabia's corner, left-footed from the right-hand side, in swinger, doesn't beat the first man, and then Bellegarde trying to put it back in. Is that a shot, or are we being generous to say he was trying to lift it back in there and just overcooked it a bit?
I think he was trying to lift it in there. It didn't look like a shot anyway, the way that he was playing it. Yes, one great. That just typifies everything that's gone on so far for the way that we've gone at Crystal Palace. I just think Crystal Palace are there for the taking with the way that we're going. Just need that quality to be right.
Aït-Nouri down the line for Bellegarde. Lerma tracked him all the way. Wolves throw just over 10 yards from the left-hand corner flag. Bellegarde trying to hold off the challenge of Munoz. There'll be another Wolves throw. Guedes let the ball run across him, but forgot to keep control of it. It's another Wolves throw, though. Aït-Nouri with it. Looking in towards Sarabia. Gets it back, Wayne Aït-Nouri, and goes back to the halfway line to Agbadou. We thought about trying to hit a big crossfield pass, and instead we'll go back left to Aït-Nouri. Now Totti. This is where you just want to see a little bit more urgency from Wolves.
Yeah, just and also as a little bit more positive first thought. Can we go forward a little bit? So I know we're talking about it's the end of the season game, but just be positive with your play. As I mentioned, I think they're there to be taken. We've heard what they've left out and what we like. We've still got enough on there to cause them problems. Just not being that positive with the ball, and I'd just like us to be that little bit more positive going forward.
Rodrigo Gomez infield to Sarabia, looking back for Rodrigo, but again it was an overhit pass, and Lacroix forced to just put it out of play. It's a throw in just less than 10 yards from the right-hand corner flag. Stats say that Wolves are dominating possession. Oh, Agbadou's going to be in trouble. It's an old-fashioned obstruction to stop Nketiah getting away, and it's a yellow card.
Yeah, no mess.
But it came from Wolves' throw, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, it's just a bit sloppy playing it backwards, and Agbadou caught short on the ball. Nketiah got there, knocked it past him, and Agbadou said, well, you're not going past me as well as the ball.
Yeah, I don't think it's as blatant. I'm just watching the replay there. It's not as blatant as I thought to start with. But yeah, how many times have we said that a throw-in's like a pass? It's got to be right. And again, a pass has not been great tonight, near the throw-ins by the look of it. But yeah, that's where your throw-ins have got to be precise. Give people a chance.
Well, the other team involved in the FA Cup final at the weekend are in front. Manchester City lead Bournemouth by 1-0. Jamal Mamouche, who missed that penalty at Wembley.
Yeah, that was a strange one, wasn't it? Haaland not taking it.
Richards playing out of play for Wolves throw. Again, deep inside the Palace half, about 10 yards from the right-hand corner flag. Rodrigo throws it to Sarabia and gets it back. Attempted cross, deflects, and will go behind for the corner.
Yeah, can we get it right this one? So like again, that I don't care what people say, but they've got to be. I'm not talking hangover from drinking wise, but the hangover from playing in the cup final, the energy, the mental thing that it does, it saps you with the way that you play it and the atmosphere and everything. They're there for the taking. Just got to get it right.
Sarabia's corner, left-footed from the right-hand side. Deeper delivery this time. Larson getting his head to it and cleared off the line from Agbadou's hit. But was it over the line? Referee says it was. Emmanuel Agbadou gets his moment. The goal decision system says the ball was over the line. And the big man up from the back, in the right place at the right time, opens his Wolves account on his 17th appearance. Deep corner from Sarabia. Larsson's header back across. He does brilliantly to get up Emmanuel Agbadou. I think it's Nketiah on the goal line trying to get it away. But Hawkeye says it was over. And Wolves have the lead.
Better ball in, wasn't it, from Sarabia? At least he's given us chances. Beat that first man, which he did on that first corner he did. It's a great leap from Larsson. I know he's fighting with a couple of Crystal Palace players, but Agbadou, all he could do was head it on target, and that's what he did and got himself a goal. I'm sure that he'll be very happy about that. It's a rarity as well for us off set pieces as well, isn't it? Scoring.
Well, he was brought in to stop Wolves conceding so many from them. We are getting a check. The ball is definitely over the line. It's a long way over the line as well from the replay we've just seen.
I don't know what they're looking at. They're looking at a foul, or I don't know.
Goal given. Emmanuel Agbadou, what a couple of minutes. Goes into the referee's book for reckless play for a yellow card, and 2 minutes later, he's in there for opening the scoring.
That's football for you, though, isn't it? So that's the things that happen. 1 minute the villain, the other one the hero.
Ball played forwards. Ismaila Sarr's header, and Bentley able to claim it. Palace very close to striking back immediately.
Yeah. Nobody tracking him, switched off Totti. Totti didn't see him. That's where his body position's got to be better. Agbadou's got Nketiah in the middle. Totti's come across there and left him alone. He's just switched off, but his body position has not allowed him to see him. He's got to open his body up there.
Nketiah down the Palace left. Rodrigo Gomez just about gets a foot to it. Esse takes it from him though. Pull back, danger, and it's an equaliser. Eddie Nketiah fires it into the far bottom corner. Wolves thought they'd won the ball back, lost possession, and they weren't behind for long, the FA Cup winners. Nketiah given too much time and space in the penalty area. Dan Bentley got a hand to it, but he couldn't stop it finding the bottom corner. Palace 1, Wolves 1.
Yeah, they won't like to watch that bit of defending from the Wolves lads. Rodrigo Gomez just getting bullied out of it a little bit in that far corner. But it was too easy. It was too easy for him to get past us. We've got 5 players around them. He's just got to deal with it there. He's trying to shield it out, and he's just been outstrengthened by Nketiah. Oh. And then Agbadou was Meg there. Got to be better. We're standing off him.
Agbadou beaten. Ball was reversed past Gigo into the path of Nketiah, whether Totti could have got across to him.
Standing off him. We're standing off him and trying just to block it. That's where you got to go and win it.
Dan Bentley will be frustrated that he didn't get more of a firm hand to that. The shot isn't fully in the corner.
It's disappointing after taking the lead, isn't it? Especially down here. But to concede not long after, and not a great goal to concede either. Poor defending from the whole of not just the back line, but the way that they created the opportunity against Wolves. Got to do better. Just got to put it out of place sometimes. He's just tried to shield it, Rodrigo.
Long ball meant for Rodrigo Gomez. He did get a touch to it, but it was a heavy one. Sent it behind for a goal kick. Shadow Boxer says, I've heard the difference between 17th and 14th is 9 million. I think we should have gone as strong as possible tonight with a win guaranteeing 14th. We were speaking about this pre-game on Matchday Live with the build-up. As Bellegarde is fouled by Will Hughes, not for the first time tonight.
Has he been booked as well?
No.
Not yet. Well, he can't be far off it then.
So Vitor Pereira will hope that at some point, if he turns to the likes of Mateus Cunha, they can come on and make a match-winning contribution.
Yeah, you would hope so. But I still think that there's enough out there to get us something out of this game, but they've just got to put it together. So the passing hasn't been as sharp as what you hope. The ball's up to the front man and the same. And that's what the manager will be disappointed from that.
It's a good run by Bellegarde. Takes it out to the right-hand side, 10 yards from the corner flag. Back to Sarabia. SA trying to get back with him. Chilwell. Infield to Lerma. Blocked off by Andre. Sarabia can't hang on to it. And he just caught Richards on the follow-through. Crystal Palace free kick. We have played nearly half an hour at Selhurst Park. Palace 1, Wolves 1. Larson for Bellegarde. To the left-hand side to Aït-Nouri. About 40 yards from goal. Backwards to Bellegarde. Further backwards to Totti. To Bentley. Playing it to his right-hand side to Agbadou. Trying to stand it forwards towards Sarabia. Came off Joel Ward and goes back to Henderson. He clips it out of play for a Wolves throw, midway inside the Palace half. Rodrigo Gomez being sent back about 5 yards. And Agbadou in possession of it just over the halfway line. And pretty much for the first time tonight, Selhurst Park noise levels just dip a touch. Sarabia thought he should have got a free kick. He's not going to get it. It'll just be a throw in.
Yeah, I don't think there was much wrong with the tackle, was it? Some Richards, was it? I don't think there was that much wrong with it. Sarabia's not happy.
Well, they weren't quiet for long.
Just looking at Sarabia, is that a cut on his head or grass on his head? He's got. I know you said about the nose. He's got a cut on his head as well.
I don't
know what's going on.
So we get a good view of him in a moment.
Didn't know if it was a piece of grass on his head or can see the mark on his nose.
There's Totti. Agbadou, about 10 yards inside his own half. Turning back in field. Pressure from Nketiah, looked to sweep it wide for Aït-Nouri, and Munoz read it. And he plays it on for Ismaila Sarr. Low cross in, it's going to be tapped home. Eddie Nketiah has 2. Palace have 2. And the home side have turned it around in this first half. And Wolves had possession inside their own half, trying to force the play. Munoz kept it alive, and they were just sharper and quicker, the FA Cup winners. And it was laid on a plate for Eddie Nketiah, no more than 7-8 yards out. An easy tap in. Wolves defence nowhere to be seen.
Too easy, too easy. Again, that's us trying to be safe, playing it across the back. All of a sudden, Crystal Palace just squeezed, put a bit of pressure on us. We end up playing the ball out wide, which Crystal Palace win, and then he just plays the ball down the side, and I think it was Sarr crossing it for Nketiah. But like, it's too easy. It's too easy, and that they're the things that I think that throughout this first half has been a problem for us. I think that we've put ourselves into trouble because of the tempo of it. We think it's safe to play across the back, and with the tempo we play it across the back is the problem again for us. And it just invites teams onto us, then we're in trouble. We're doing it again.
Rodrigo Gomez back to Giga. It's a long ball forwards by Henderson. Agbadou wins it in the air. Andre can't hang on to it. Totti with the header forwards, picked up by Will Hughes. Trying to find some space to pull the ball back infield to Sarr. Helped onto the right side of the box to Munoz, pulled back to Sarr. Power taken off the shot and an easy take for Bentley at the near post.
Yeah, we just need to be careful. So at the end of the day, they've just got the confidence now from those two chances. And all of a sudden, we're just all over the place for a little bit.
It hasn't quite been the same intensity in the way Wolves have defended.
No, it hasn't.
Players switched off at key moments.
But we're just getting outplayed down the flanks. So we're causing ourselves problems. But they're exploiting it as well, though. They're just taking the chances.
And here comes Munoz, racing down the right-hand side. Palace sensing another. He loses footing on the edge of the box. Referee not interested. He's got a long chase back as Bellegarde has possession. 3 blue and red shirts around him. Bellegarde's eventually going to win the free kick, but it's the difference in intensity about Palace there, hunting as a pack to try and win the ball back.
Well, Munoz as the run and sprinted 30, 40 yards to chase him back and ended up putting the challenge into it because there's that hesitation in our play at the minute. And it's just allowing the Crystal Palace players to close us down or get that touching on the ball. And we have caused our own problems a little bit with it. Got to be a little bit more positive. If you're going to win games, if you're going to cause teams problems, it's about being positive in the right areas. We're just causing our own little problems at the minute.
Nuri clipping a cross in, headed away by Chilwell. Totti trying to head it forwards. Won by Ismaila Sarr, and Munoz to the right-hand side to Nketiah. 30 yards from the Wolves goal. Put in by Totti. Wins possession. Passed infield to Sarabia. It's inside the centre circle. Finding Bellegarde to his left. Larson making the movement. Comfortable header away by Lacroix. And goes Totti on halfway, heading it to Andre on the edge of the centre circle. Going to his right-hand side to Rodrigo. He's got Guedes out wide. There's Totti. Back in field to Agbadou. Tried to fizz it into Sarabia in his first touch. Wasn't on point. Rodrigo Gomez then fouling as he tries to win possession back on halfway. 37 minutes played. Crystal Palace 2, Wolves 1. Wolves took the lead. Emmanuel Agbadou's header. His first for the club, but they're only in front for a matter of minutes. 2 Eddie Nketiah goals, 2 very soft goals from Wolves' perspective. Munoz back to Lacroix on the edge of his penalty area. Big clearance to halfway. Nketiah able to hold the ball up, and Will Hughes finds Munoz. Blocked by Nuri. Out of play for a Palace throw, midway inside the Wolves half.
Yeah, they found the footing in the game, haven't they, Crystal Palace? I think that they looked like a bit leggy at the start of it, and I thought there was opportunities there for Wolves. Wolves took the lead, even though not great from them, but still got that one goal. But then all of a sudden they've upped the pace, upped the tempo, Crystal Palace, and all of a sudden they got themselves back into that 2-1 lead, and they're looking comfortable again now. That's the problem.
Richards, midway inside his own half, finding Will Hughes. Loose pass intercepted by Rodrigo Gomez.
I think that we've just got to have a look at it now. Just try and stay together. They're just picking us off at the moment. Just need to get settled. Just get a little bit more comfortable. Get your starting position as a team, and just try and get yourself right for it. Because at the minute they're just dominating everything, every area. The passing.
There's Sarabia trying to clip it towards Rodrigo Gomez, header in. Larson trying to bring it down edge of the 6-yard box, couldn't get his shot away.
Got a volley it first time. I know he's scored a few goals this year. I think he's got to volley that. It's come down to a great header back from Rodrigo Gomez. He's got to hit it first time. You're not going to get a touch in the box like he tried to and get it down. There was 3 players around him. He had a chance. As soon as that ball dropped, just hit it. There's enough bodies. He's close enough to the goal to cause them problems. Anything on target, he's probably getting himself a goal. Is he a little bit rusty after being a few days away from it and coming back into the side? Probably. But that was definitely an opportunity there.
Wolves hopefully can keep crafting them. Ward outmuscling Guedes. Clearance over the halfway line. Jigger will have plenty of time to go and collect the ball. It's just a reminder that Wolves aren't out of this game.
No, far from it. It's far from it. But if they could just put something together, i.e. as a collective marking or defending, and then being that little bit more positive with the ball going forward, they'll cause this Crystal Palace side. The only reason why they're confident is that they've got themselves in front, Crystal Palace. They've got the backing of the crowd. All of a sudden, the noise comes up from the crowd again. There's still an opportunity for there, but the passing and there's got to be a lot better. Again, we've just get the ball away with an overhit pass again. That's just the trend of this first half from us, unfortunately.
Keith says, why are we always... he hasn't said rubbish. I'm going to replace the word he said with rubbish at the end of the season. I read out beforehand that Wolves have lost their final away league fixture in each of the previous 8 seasons.
That's not great, is it? That's not great stat. And I know you like stats, and
I don't like that one.
I was going to say, I hope you don't like that one, but yeah, that ain't good reading, is it? And there's got to be a reason for it. And I know there's been different managers there, but that mindset's got to be more positive, trying to finish the season on a higher note. Look, we've done brilliant to get ourselves into the position where we are, but it'd be just nice just to actually get something out of the games that we've got left. We've got this one, and then we've got that game at the weekend as well.
The only caveat I will give for that stat, as Guedes tries to hit a crossfield ball for the run of Rodrigo Gomez, who will keep it in by the right-hand corner flag. Support from Sarabia. Reverse pass for Guedes. Here's a little pullback cross there, intercepted by Will Hughes. Wolves have played Liverpool away on the final day quite a few times, and Arsenal away, you might remember that heavy 5-0 defeat in 2022-23. Here's a high ball forwards. Flag has stayed down against Nketiah, who's wasted a glorious opportunity, and eventually the flag goes up.
That's that problem thing again for me. So like the flag going up, it's clearly offside. We're just watching it here now. He's clearly offside. The official should know. And again, they keep letting it go, don't they? They're not happy with just doing it. Just put your flag up. If it's clear and obvious, they should be there. We saw what happens when people, when it's, so we always said that somebody was going to get hurt, and it has. We just got to do it earlier. If it's clear and obvious, put your flag up. I can understand if it's close and you're not sure. I can understand it, but if you can see it there and it's blatant as it was there, just put it up.
Giga looking for Rodrigo Gomez. Infield to Sarabia. Just around inside the box. Attempted cross. Blocked off by Chilwell and cleared out a play for a throw.
Yeah, we're starting to feel our way back into the game, aren't we? We are starting to put a little bit of pressure on Crystal Palace. Just need that quality now when we are getting chances, even in wide positions or that central position, in and around the box.
Rene Nuri is fouled midway inside the Palace half. A chance to try and deliver into the penalty area. We have 3 minutes being added on. What can Sarabia conjure up from here? Lifted into the penalty area. Easy header away from Lacroix. And then Agbadou not really looking where he was playing the pass. Intercepted by Hughes. Agbadou getting his body in the way to block SA off from playing it forwards. Agbadou back to Giga, across to Totti. There's Aït-Nouri. Dragged back of the shirt by Will Hughes, and Aït-Nouri turning around, trying to protest to the referee.
Yeah, rightfully
All he'll
so.
get is a throw.
Yeah, rightfully so. He's been took back, and it was obvious for the referee to see. He wasn't happy, was he, Aït-Nouri?
By the way, I've just done the research on those 8 defeats in a row in the final away game of a season. Goes Liverpool, Arsenal, Liverpool, Everton, Chelsea, Liverpool. Kind of all right, maybe apart from Everton. That was the Nuno's final season. Is Bellegarde. Aït-Nouri into the penalty area, trying to pull it back for the strike from Guedes, deflected over the top for a corner.
Better play, better passing, better movement. All it was just lacking that finish, but better play from us. A little bit sharper. I said they were coming back into it a little bit more, and that was evident there.
The other two, by the way, there's Sarabia with a corner. Came off a Palace head. It'll be another corner on the left-hand side. Sunderland and Derby. Derby, Ivan Cavallero got sent off. That was Paul Lambert. Sunderland, obviously, they'd already been relegated, and we should have got 100 points. It was the final day of the season. come back to it. Bellegarde's going to take the corner. Right footed from the left-hand side. Goes short to Sarabia. Pulled in field to Guedes. Lines up a shot and it hits the side netting of the near post.
I
A
think
look
that,
to the sky from Gonzalo Guedes.
I think that if that's on target, I don't think the keeper's getting that. I think he struck it well, but unfortunately he just pulled it a bit. But the keeper's not getting that. He's rooted there. Henderson. Oh, as unlucky that was. But at least they finished the half off at a high there as well.
Well, the first half that Wolves took the lead. Emmanuel Agbadou with the header just about over the line. Eddie Nketiah couldn't quite stop it from going in his own net. He's managed to find the back of Wolves twice. And it's Crystal Palace, the FA Cup winners, who lead at the break at Selhurst Park. Plenty of work to do for Vitor Pereira. And Wolves, he has plenty of strength on the bench. Will he look to the likes of Mateus Cunha and co to come on and rescue this game? At half-time at Selhurst Park, it is Crystal Palace 2, Wolves 1.
Download the Wolves app today, the only place to watch live academy matches.
Wolves TV, the home of live uninterrupted radio commentary of every single Wolves game. But that's not all. Wolves TV also brings you extended and alternative match highlights, interviews with the team, behind-the-scenes features and training coverage, plus see every goal Wolves score from every angle.
From the volley over the goal! That is simply stunning!
So check out Wolves TV online at wolves.co.uk or on the move via the Wolves app.
Do you need support with your mental health? Life has been very challenging in recent years. With the COVID pandemic and cost of living crisis, we've experienced some difficult times. Wolves Foundation, the club's official charity, continues to run a Head for Health project, focused on helping adults improve their mental and physical well-being. For more details, email healthadmin@wolves.co.uk or call 07971 900 257.
Are you looking for a space to entertain key clients? Got a special occasion coming up and want to treat the family? Or are you just looking to come and watch a game in style?
Welcome to Wolverhampton Wanderers!
At Molyneux, we've a range of matchday hospitality packages available for every Premier League game.
There's so much involved in this.
From the pitch and city views of WV1 to the premium a la carte dining in the boardroom, there's something for everyone looking to elevate their matchday experience.
Oh, goodness me!
To find out more and get yourself booked in, visit the hospitality section of wolves.co.uk.
Take a walk through the history of Wolverhampton Wanderers and marvel at our extensive collection of Wolves artefacts. With new exhibits opening all the time, there's plenty to see in the Wolves Museum, so book your trip through old gold history at events.wolves.co.uk.
There's nothing quite like that winning feeling. Now you can be a winner too with Wolves Lottery. There are loads of cash prizes to be won every week, as well as a chance to win unique money can't buy experiences while supporting charities locally and throughout the West Midlands.
Oh, it's a stunning game! It's a stunning moment brought to you by a stunning football team!
From only £1 a week, what are you waiting for? Sign up now and you could be our next weekly big winner. Go to wolves.co.uk and select Lottery to find out more.
You've experienced the thrill of Molyneux on a match day. Now go behind the scenes with our exclusive stadium tours, taking you from the stands to the dressing room, see when the team done the old goal, and take your chance to walk out that famous tunnel into the Golden Palace. Book online, and you can even book your own private VIP tour for up to 20 people by emailing museum@wolves.co.uk.
Wolves Foundation is the club's official charity, delivering a range of projects across the local community. The foundation is only able to work across so many different areas thanks to the generous support of funders and the general public. Can you help? Text Wolves and then the value of your donation to 70085.
Get the latest news from Molineux as fast as it happens. Find our regular quickfire podcast, Wolves Express, via wolves.co.uk or wherever you find your podcasts.
The Wolves app, the home of Wolves online and on the move. Get the latest news, video, podcasts and what's trending. Plus, listen to men's and women's first team commentaries and watch the under-21s. You can even check out the latest merchandise offers from the club shop and create your own highlights. Plus, bid on unique match-worn memorabilia with Wolves auctions exclusive to the Wolves app. Download it now for iOS and Android.
Take the stress out of getting to the game with Wolves' only official off-site matchday parking at the University of Wolverhampton Science Park. Only £8 per match and only a 10 to 15 minute walk to Molineux. It's the perfect place to park for hassle-free entry and exit on a match day. Go to tickets.wolves.co.uk to score yourself a spot.
Do you want to get more active? Wolves Foundation, the club's official charity, runs an Active Through Football project, which helps people of all ages to improve their physical fitness. Sessions are fun, friendly, and have real positive results. To find out the range of activities on offer, contact Liam Turner at wolves.co.uk.
For a regular quickfire update on everything Wolves, search Wolves Express wherever you listen to your podcasts.
The idea of professional soccer in the United States, no one had ever really thought about that. So soccer was dead, and then the Wolves come along.
It should be explained that the United Soccer Association gave North America its first taste of internationally recognized professional soccer in 1967.
Wolves in the 50s were very, very successful. It was the golden era, if you like. It was us and Manchester United. They were the glamour team. We were the scruffs from the Black Country.
The 1966 World Cup was carried by satellite into the United States. So a bunch of sportsmen thought, oh, great. Next great sport, start a league.
I mean, I'd never been out of England. I hadn't even been to Wales.
They said they were touring like a rock band, zigzagging across the country.
Just a completely different world.
People were saying, you want some weed? And we thought we're in trouble here.
Free love, flower power. What more do you want?
And the Whips and the Wolves met in a championship playoff game at Los Angeles' Memorial Coliseum to climax the United Soccer Association's inaugural season.
It was madness. Just the game never seemed to stop.
You did the leader ball. We're just getting each other.
Now, the match they played has been rated by many observers as the greatest soccer game ever seen anywhere. And we're convinced that you will agree with that conclusion after viewing this film.
There is that legacy in that they proved that it could work.
People will look back and say, what was the history of soccer in this country? And what they do, they have to land in 1967 and say, this is where it all began.
So 2 teams back out for the second half. No sign of any changes. Or maybe there is. Down on the sidelines. Totti is back out, as is Guedes. But Vitor Pereira, when he walked down the touchline, did not look a happy man coming out from the changing room areas. The away team get changed in what are kind of big converted porter cabins in the corner of the ground now, rather than the old dressing rooms. I think Palace are going to make a change at half-time as well. Well, Justin Devenny is going to come on for Will Hughes.
Yeah, Semedo and João Gomez, it looks like, for Wolves as well. Yeah, doesn't look like he was too happy. Well, we could tell he wasn't too happy, the manager, with that first half.
Yeah, so Semedo is on for Giga and João Gomez is on for Andre.
Yeah, he was a little bit off the pace, wasn't he, Giga, in that first half? And that's what I like about this manager as well. If things aren't going right, he's not willing to just let things just go. I want to make a change. I'm just looking at the Crystal Palace manager walking down the touchline, and the stars that he's gone on show there what he can put on if he's in trouble. But I'm sure he'll be happy with the way that things have gone at the moment. Well, I'm looking here, and it looks like Ait Nouri's playing right back. And Rodrigo Gomez has gone to left back.
Well, let's see how that develops as we get back underway. At the moment, João Gomez is deciding he's going to chase everything. And he ends up winning a free kick just short of the halfway line. Quite literally like a little pit bull there.
We know what he's like, though, don't we? We know he wants to win absolutely everything. So you got Semedo has gone as one of the centre halves by the look of it. Ait Nouri out on this right back position. Rodrigo Gomez going as the left back. João Gomez just coming into that middle position for Andre.
Totti misplacing the pass. Little flick from Larson. Rodrigo Gomez trying to chase. Maxence Lacroix is there first. Back to Henderson.
Cross had a lot of space there to get onto it. He was never going to get it, Rodrigo Gomez. And that's where sometimes you just got to stop. Because there's no point, you just keep chasing it and then they end up just passing it around you, which they are doing at the minute. He's still just trying to get back. Got to ground there, hasn't he?
Right, there's in with a challenge on Devenny. As Ismaila Sarr, reverse pass blocked off by Totti. João Gomez twisting and turning. He's got the look of a guy who's really annoyed at not starting this game, João Gomez. Bellegarde will be penalised for a challenge a couple of yards outside the penalty area.
Well, you know that Gomez, you know what he's like on the pitch, gets annoyed when he's on the pitch and starting as well. He gets frustrated. He's just the passion, what he's got. Oh, I don't know about that, Phil. I think the Crystal Palace players tried to back heel it and missed it. And then gone to ground. Probably a little bit harsh. But a bit of a dangerous position for Wolves here now. Chilwell on it. Devaney's on it.
Wolves have got 4 in the wall just inside the penalty area.
Well, you would think that's a superiority that Chilwell's going to take it. You would think.
Sarabia is laid down behind the wall.
Well, he's a smack on the nose. He's got as well, isn't he? Prime view there of it.
I just feel it's demeaning to be the guy that has to lie down, as if like you're the worst one at doing any defending, so you just lay there.
Well, he seemed happy about it. He must know.
Palace are taking their time over this. Got a couple of players just to the side of the wall. It's Chilwell, deflects off the wall and finds the bottom corner. And when your luck's in, it's really in. Ben Chilwell's strike takes a big deflection. Wrong foot Dan Bentley, who can't scramble across in time. And it's Crystal Palace 3, Wolves 1.
Yeah, keeper's at fault for me. I know it's his deflection, but it's his side, isn't it? It's his side, unfortunately. I know it's gone out at a wicked deflection. It's gone away from him, but that's his side. He's tried to read it. He thinks that it's going the other side for a moment. Yeah.
It's not even a great free kick.
No, it's not. There wasn't that much power in it. I know the deflection has took it the opposite way, but again, it's goalkeeper's side. He's got to be saving it, at least.
Well, 5 minutes into the second half, Wolves already had a mountain to climb. Mountain just got bigger.
Well, that's not the start that they wanted to the second half, is it? If anything, they wanted to get themselves back into the game, but they're going to have to do a lot more to get themselves back into this game. As I mentioned at the beginning of the game, I thought that Crystal Palace were there to be taken if we did it right. We've allowed them 2 sloppy goals in that first half, and now we give them a third. And all of a sudden, they've got a little bit of a spring in their step now.
Semedo on halfway. Gets it back from Aït-Nouri. Tries to run it down the right-hand side. Clever ball infield to Larson, to Aït-Nouri. Now Bellegarde. João Gomez just out of the centre circle in the Palace half. Totti wide for Rodrigo, back infield to João Gomez. And then loose from Wolves allows Palace to jump on the ball. Interception from Totti. Early on up to Guedes, who was caught late there. Referee waves play on because Larson has it, and then Larson's fouled. Seeing a replay of the free kick. Well, if you thought that Palace had used up all their fortune for the season in what happened at Wembley on Saturday, there was a big stroke of luck there. I say, when things are going for you, they really do go for you. Football and lady luck at times can be a cruel mistress in that regard.
Yeah, but I think sometimes you make your own luck, don't you? And I know things do go against you, but it's the way that you react to it. And I don't think Wolves have reacted pretty well from that first half. Those 2 goals. I think the reaction hasn't been great. The manager wasn't happy, clearly.
Well, all the talk at half-time, all the game plan at the start of the second period, undone by conceding a sloppy free kick. The Wolves need to find a route back into the game and do it quickly. Here's Aït-Nouri on the right-hand side. Backwards to Agbadou, back out wide to Aït-Nouri. Not entirely sure what this experiment is.
I don't understand why they haven't left Aït-Nouri down there and just put Rodrigo Gomez a little bit further forward. So, look, I think Semedo on this right hand, I don't know. He's put Semedo as one of the centre halves. But Joe Gomez seems to be there more than him.
Well, Semedo was very wide there, but he couldn't get on the ball. And Nketiah blocked off by João Gomez. Aït-Nouri. Chance to maybe dribble in field. Finding Guedes, who tried to help it forwards towards Rodrigo. Just about kept it in. There's Bellegarde on halfway to the left of the centre circle. Low across it for Semedo. Long ball forwards meant for Larson, headed away by Lacroix. Carl says still time to get back, hope we can change it. He says this is a very poor performance. Poor third goal to concede. Rodrigo trying to knock it past Munoz. Got the block on him. Ward's clearance only as far as Totti. Agbadou into Aït-Nouri. Back to Bellegarde. Into Larson. To Aït-Nouri. He's pretty much got license to go where he wants. Second half. Now playing in centre midfield. Somewhere Lee Naylor is chuckling. There's Semedo. Oh, overhit pass looking for Sarabia on the touchline. Palace throw. Totti's header forwards from halfway. Larson trying to nod it to Sarabia, gets it to Semedo. 1-2 with Bellegarde. Sarabia looking for the movement of Larson, but one in the air by Richards. Chilwell just hooks it high into the sky. Sarabia heading back to Semedo. And then João Gomez caught on his heels. Devenny brings it away. Munoz on halfway for Palace, infield to Devenny. Lerma backwards to Ward, infield to Lacroix, on to Richards. It's a bit scrappy from both sides, if we're being perfectly honest. Here comes Sarabia, right hand side, full across, Bellegarde stretching, couldn't get it on target. Diverted it goalwards, but he was always leaning back and desperately trying to make as strong a connection as possible.
Yeah, that was better, wasn't it? That was better. At least they got done some kind of damage to Crystal Palace's back line when they're going through. Unfortunately, Bellegarde, it was just a fraction out of his reach, wasn't it, to get anything that was going to cause the problems for Crystal Palace. But that's the kind of thing they've got to do. They've got to have that crisp passing, that sharp passing, if they're going to get anything out this game. Because I say it's going to be important who gets the next goal. If we can get it, all of a sudden we put a pressure on Crystal Palace. Just got to be careful that we don't concede another one now. We're starting to show glimpses about what we are about, and that's what we've got to do. We've got to make sure that we don't give nothing away.
Nketiah flattered into by Totti. Palace free kick midway inside the Wolves half. A couple of yards in from the right-hand touchline, and I think there was a card in there for Totti as well.
Yeah, I thought that's a bit harsh. I thought he was on his way down already. Nketiah, he's chipped himself up.
I think Totti kicks into his calf by the looks of things. He kind of held his hands up and accepted his punishment and his fate.
Yeah, I just thought I saw Nketiah's leg just behind his own one, though. His right leg behind his left one. I'll give you the benefits of the doubt, though, Michael.
At the hour mark, half an hour to go. Chilwell to try and lift this one into the penalty area. Oh, it came off Bellegarde. Guedes trying to release him. There was a block in there, but Guedes manages to get it clear. Semedo in chasing up to halfway. It's going to be a Wolves throw.
He's adamant, wasn't he, the Palace player, that it come off Semedo.
Here's Aït-Nouri trying to drive through the middle, up to the edge of the box. Rain Aït-Nouri laying it off for Rodrigo Gomez. Big block in there. Comes out to João Gomez for Sarabia. Looking infield to Larson and just about cleared away for the corner. Big chance, big opportunity. Should Rain Aït-Nouri have had a go himself?
Yeah, I think so. He just opened up for him there, just saying that. I know he's put the pass on, but I just thought it opened up on his left-hand side just to do it. Well, that's better play from them, but they're the chances you've got to take, and that's the difference, getting yourself back into the game.
Deep corner. Came off the head of Richards beyond the far post. Another Wolves corner.
Yeah, just got to maintain this now. Just this pressure that they're putting on the Crystal Palace back line. Just a little bit more quality needed just to get themselves back into it. They've got their goal from a corner. Hopefully this will be the way through.
Bellegarde right-footed from the left-hand side. In swinging delivery. Flicked on and flicked in! Wolves have themselves a lifeline. Jürgen Strand Larsen, for the second time tonight, a set piece works wonders for Wolves. And they're not giving up in this game just yet. The big Norwegian gets in front of his man, helps it on towards goal. And he's back in the starting lineup and back amongst the goals. Crystal Palace 3, Wolves 2.
Yeah, well, I said about the first goal was a rarity, but again, quality ball in from Bellegarde. Did really well, Larson. Got himself a little bit of space. He was involved in the first goal for Wolves, an assist, getting the ball back for Agbadou, and he's got himself on the score sheet there. Yeah, it's all about the quality of delivery. Put it into an area where it's going to cause them problems, and that's what the two set pieces have done. It's got themselves back into it. Just don't concede another.
Here's Nketiah, and the referee has seen a foul in there. He is on to 7 in 8 now. Jorgen Strand Larsen, 14th goal of the season, 37 appearances.
Yeah, brilliant. Great return, what he's done. But as I mentioned before the game, you've got to give him a chance. You've got to give him a chance to get on the end of something. Now, I know the set piece for the first one, where he's headed it back across the goal for Agbadou to get onto it, and then that one from Bellegarde, he was able to get up the header himself. And it is all about the delivery.
Here's Aït-Nouri cutting in from the right. João Gomez on the edge of the box. Larsen trying to get a foot to it. Matheus Cunha is imminent, by the way. He'll be coming on for Pablo Sarabia. Mateus Franco has come on for Ismail Assar for Palace. And suddenly it's got a different feel about it.
Well, I said they were starting to show glimpses of something and getting themselves back into the game. And I said the next goal is going to be important, and Wolves have got it. So they've just got to take the chances now. Got to be positive in their play.
John Ward taking a tumble. We're also going to get Marshall Manetzi on for Gonzalo Guedes. So Wolves bringing on strength and hoping to finish strongly. Well, Jorgen Strand Larsen is down at the moment. Sat down, having a conversation with Nelson Semedo and Pablo Sarabia. This might be why Wolves are just a bit hesitant in making the substitutions just yet.
Let's just hope it's not his hamstring. Like I say, he's got himself on the score sheet. He's got himself an assist. We're just trying to see it.
Look at the camera has zoomed right in on Vitor Pereira. Oh, trying to write his team out. Got to cover it up, Vitor. Ward can see this.
Oh, turn his back. Turn the other way.
What happened to the iPad that Gary O'Neill used to have? It ran out of battery.
Must have, mate. Nobody charged it up, mate.
Maybe he took it with him.
Oh, yeah, personal one, was it?
So Cunha and Manetzi stripped and ready.
Larsen,
and it will be Larsen that comes off for Manetzi.
Well, that's a shame. He's got himself on the score sheet and he's had to go off. That is a shame. He's another player that I think's done well this year since he's come. Manetzi, I think that he's worked tirelessly. We said about the kind of players that we want in the side, and sometimes you've got to have players who are willing to work as hard for the team, and he's definitely one of those. Manetzi. He gets through some miles on there, doesn't he?
So Cunha is on. What can he do?
Hopefully score. I'm sure he'll want to add to his tally as well. Same as Larsen.
Well, I mentioned this last game. He is tied on 17 goals with Raul Jimenez. So he has a chance to set a modern Premier League era record if he can get on the score sheet in the last two games. Here's Aït-Nouri. Here is Cunha. Might open out for the shot. It did. It was blocked by Richards just outside the penalty area. He was going for it. Manetzi wins it back. João Gomez to Aït-Nouri. Aït-Nouri taken out by Ward.
Well, that's got to be a yellow card, isn't it? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, he's got a yellow card, Ward.
Say the Rain Nuri free roll we used to see quite a bit last year.
Yeah, he always loved the roam, didn't he? He liked to roam
Long
around.
ball delivered in. Agbadu heading into the danger zone, but comfortable take for Henderson.
Yeah, I think the initial one was good play from Wolves, given that space, but the header wasn't great. He's basically put it up for it hanging in the air. He's always going to be the keepers. Just needed to be lower and a little bit more pace on it from the header.
Here is Franca. Out to the left-hand side for Chilwell. Macquarie just to the right of the centre circle inside his own half. Ward to Devaney. Attempted switch play for Chilwell. Aït-Nouri heads it out for the throw. And Joe Ward, who may well be playing his final appearance at Sellers Park. Captain tonight is going to be replaced by Daichi Kamada.
Yeah, I was listening to him on the radio earlier on in the week. He did an interview, and he was saying about him leaving Crystal Palace this year. Everybody thought that he was retiring, and he says, no, I'm carrying on. I've still got that passion and that desire to carry on. Well, yeah, you can see that he's upset. And it's a nice way of doing it. I think the manager's done well, bringing him off to get this applause and standing ovation from people. Was it 13 years he's been at Crystal Palace?
And he's in tears.
Well, I think he had all his kids at the beginning of the game with him, didn't he, when he come on?
Went down on his knees and looked up to the heavens.
Yeah, I'm sure it was a proud moment for him at the weekends, picking up the trophy as captain.
First time he played in this particular meeting, it was October 2012 when Palace won 2-1 at Molineux. Wilfred Zaha scored both goals and Sylvan Ebanks-Blake was on the score sheet for Wolves. That's going back some.
Yeah.
Don't get much of that these days.
No, you don't. As I said, he said he's been here for 13 years.
Respect to a long-time servant. Here's Nketiah. Cross for Munoz. Trying to cut back in field. Devaney will have a go straight down the throat of Dan Bentley. Robin Calgary has been in touch. He was sending critical messages, and now he says, I'm just going to keep posting because they score every time I question their ability.
Yeah, keep it going there.
Wolves trail by 3-2. And there is still more than a quarter of an hour to go. And with Aït-Nouri playing as he is, you wouldn't rule out more opportunities coming Wolves' way. And they have Cunha on the field now too.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't say it with Aït-Nouri playing at right back, because he's not. He's anything but right back. He's on that little bit of a roam, doesn't he? What he likes.
Menezes going to chase down the goalkeeper. Saw a lot of conversation about Manchester City at the weekend, and saying about how Pep Guardiola prefers order, and that's been the way of football in the last couple of years, and maybe chaos is starting to come back into it. And Rain Aït-Nouri just about sums up chaos. You can never predict anything he's going to do. I'm not even sure he knows what he's going to do most of the time.
I think he's a talent that you've got to allow to express himself on the pitch. And I think he struggles when he's restricted and when he's told, you've got to play here. I think it restricts his play and the way that he is. I think when he's been let loose and allowed to go most of the areas of the pitch, so he seems a totally different player, getting involved.
He's just attempted to stick the ball down the line to Bellegarde and completely mucked it up for a Palace throw.
Well, that's not his best Cruyff little turn flick, is it? So just how many times does he do that all the time and it comes off? That wasn't one of his good ones. Oh, he looks devastated with it. He knows he's better than that.
Here's Totti. Back to Bentley. Totti will go and get the loose ball. Rodrigo Gomez being forced backwards. Playing it across the edge of his own penalty area for Agbadou. Takes it out the right-hand side of the box and finds the feet of Bellegarde.
Who's going to be the one who's going to start that positive play and get Wolves up the pitch and try and get that third goal? It's going to be interesting. Is it going to be Aït-Nouri? Is he giving it Cunha? I'm sure he'll be pretty jealous about Larson scoring. But I'm sure he'll want it.
Cunha's won a free kick midway inside the Palace half. He would have had a better chance of controlling it if the referee wasn't in the way.
Well, the player's got his arm wrapped around his leg. No, it is a free kick.
Cunha stood over the free kick. What's he plotting? Venezia through the middle. Agbadou on the right-hand side of the box. Totti to the left. Goes towards Totti. Doesn't reach him. Came off a Palace head. And Nketiah trying to clear. Munoz is going to run it out of play just over the halfway line. So by my watch, there's still about 13 and a half minutes.
Yeah, there's still time. There's still time for it to do it. Just don't do anything silly. Just don't give Crystal Palace. I think that this half at the moment has been Wolves. Wolves half. Just got to make some more of it. You've got the Celtic.
Oh, João Gomez, that is cheeky. Cheekiness personified to get out from a tight area with a little drag back. Guedes now joining the party. Cunha lifting it forwards. Might drop here for Guedes on the volley, and it's parried behind.
What a shot and save. Oh, wow. I was just about to get up there and celebrate then.
Would have been an outrageous goal. The Quaz header, Guedes on the volley, and Henderson at the near post. Here is Guedes again, into the box, charged down by Devenny. Nketiah trying to run it forwards. Franca. He and Nketiah rather got in each other's way, and Totti comes away with the ball.
But I don't think Guedes could have hit it any better. Great save from Henderson. I know he had a good ground at the weekend. He could have let us have that one, couldn't he?
There's Nketiah, dispossessed by Agbadou on the right-hand side of the box.
It makes it look so easy, doesn't it? 1 versus 1. Agbadou, he just stands his ground, doesn't he? If you're going to get past me, you're going to have to run through me, basically.
There's Cunha, spotted a chance to try and run through the middle. Now looking to the right-hand side to Semedo. I've given up trying to work out who's playing where. It's been a long season. Aït-Nouri clipping a cross in, they'll go harmlessly through to Henderson. It's when Agbadou won the ball and he turned around and played it to Semedo, who was in midfield. And then the next 30 seconds later, Semedo's on the edge of the box. Nuri's still playing at right wing back. Chan Huang's about to come on in a minute. Who knows where he's going to play? Who he might even come on for. Might as well take Bentley off at this stage.
I think it'll be Guedes who comes off, I think.
Sport, it is going to be Guedes. It's as if you've got a direct line to Vitor.
I saw this piece of paper he was writing on. You've got to turn the other way.
Richards trying to launch the ball forwards. Brought down well by Totti. Lost control of it though. Devaney's pass intercepted by Semedo. Eberechi Eza is going to be coming on for Romain Esser. Here's Chilwell over the halfway line. Franca up towards the edge of the box. Trying to cut infield, gets his shot away. Comfortable save for Bentley at the near post. Mateta's about to come on for Nketiah as well.
That's going to weaken the side now, isn't it? Yeah. Two players who've had a good season, haven't they, for Crystal Palace? I was hoping they wouldn't be coming on, but unfortunately they are. So it's another thing to them. But again, so we've just got, what is it, about 10 minutes left, is it? Just got to get on with it. Oh, is that a deflection? Yeah.
Big hit from Manetzi.
Yeah.
Turned away by Henderson.
Yeah, good play initially by Cunha there. Great little ball into him, a great turn.
Oh. It was deflected.
It was.
Henderson didn't get a touch. It came off the toe of the defender and looped just over. So here come the substitutions.
Now on hat-trick then for Paqueta.
And the last roll of the dice will be Chan, and it's changed. I think it's going to be Rodrigo Gomez who is replaced. Nuri with a corner, whipped in towards the near post. Cunha couldn't quite get there. It'll be another Wolves corner. Nuri to deliver. In towards the near post. It was headed by Cunha, but over the top of the crossbar. Wolves fractions away from a third set-piece goal of the night.
Yeah, I was hoping for an hat-trick of set pieces there. Oh, did well to get his head to it, just couldn't get it, keep it down. Cunha.
Big ball forwards. It's helped on here towards Mateta. Totti getting the better of him on the edge of the box. Ball is back with Bentley. That's 7 minutes to go. Plus time to be added on. And here come Palace and a slip at the crucial moment. Now João Gomez to recover. Totti fancies a little dribble as he fouled on halfway. The ball's going to come through to Manetzi. Sweeps it out early to Guedes on the right-hand side. Lifted forwards looking for the run of Cunha, but well headed away in the end. Chilwell back there. Henderson will put his boot through it and clear towards halfway. Mateta getting the better of Bellegarde. Eza keeps the ball in play. No, he didn't, say the officials. Wolves still haven't made this change. Here's Manetzi. Attempted cross blocked off. It is going to be a corner. Wolves have had plenty of joy from set pieces so far tonight. They very nearly got an equaliser from their previous one. This time it's taken Shaw. Aït-Nouri gets it back. Trying to flick his way through. Was he fouled there by Franca? Referee had a good view and said no. Palace have possession. Cleared away by Lerma, out of play for a throw.
I was a bit surprised there. I thought he put it through his legs, and well, clearly the referee didn't think so.
Well, Aït-Nouri's gone back out on the left. Ichan is on now. Just spotted him.
Yeah. I meant to say to you when you said he was, and he come into the shot there.
So Aït-Nouri's gone to left wing back. Guedes is playing right wing back by the looks of things. And here's Agbadou on the charge into the Palace half, but he's blocked off by Devenny. And now Palace have a break on 3-on-2. Eberechi Eza into the penalty area, onto his right foot, finishing the game, finds the bottom corner. There's a slight hint of a deflection in there too. But Wolves' efforts to try and find at least a point look like they will come up short. Eza off the bench, given too much time and space to run at the Wolves' back line. And having gambled and sent players forwards with the ball, there was no cover for Nelson Semedo to try and stop Eberechi Eza, and it was all too easy to cut in field and stroke it into the bottom corner.
Yeah, unfortunately. So we got caught on the counter-attack from Crystal Palace, getting the ball away. And that's where you can't afford to give it to a team like Crystal Palace, because they've done really well this year with that counter-attacking football, what they play, with the pace and the quality of player that they've got up front. And we're chasing the game a little bit and got caught out. And that's where you can't do it. You can't afford to get caught out like they did with the quality of what they've just brought on as well.
It's the third year in a row that he's scored in the meeting between these two at Selhurst Park. I wish they'd hurry up and sell him. Pick up by Kamada to Chilwell, who was caught late. Last 2.5 minutes or so, plus time to be added on. Jordy keeps asking who's our signing of the season. We will discuss that and more on Matchday Live on Sunday. Semedo with a block on Mateta.
He's had a good couple of years, hasn't he? Had a bad injury, didn't he, at one stage, which kept him out for a while, but seems to have got over it and come back into it. But he's had 2 good seasons for Palace.
Going to be getting 6 minutes of time added on. Lerma's going to launch a long throw in. Got to get some photographers out of the way before we can throw it into the penalty area. Header clear comes back to Lerma. Kamada delivering towards the far post, and Nuri did enough. Bentley comes and claims. It's a shame. It feels like we've been robbed of a grandstand finish. Wolves pushing for an equaliser.
I honestly thought that we'd get back into it. I honestly thought that we'd get that equaliser. But again, he's giving away that ball in vital areas and getting punished from it.
There's Manetzi trying to chase. Henderson just got there, the edge of the penalty area.
I think it was Richards just did enough, didn't he, just to hold him off.
It's unusual of him to handle it just inside the box.
Yeah, I don't think he realised that that's what he's supposed to do, handle it in the box.
Here's Nuri. Nuri settling for a throw, midway inside the Palace half, throwing it backwards to Totti. Infield to Agbadou.
It's a poor pass to him. So he's having to wait for the ball, and the Crystal Palace players come to close him down, and that basically just sums up the way that we've played throughout the game. Is just that quality's just missing tonight, and we are usually good with it when we are in possession of it.
Here's Cunha. One for Hwang. Cunha will look to try and cut in field. João Gomez trying to thread it through to the run of Hwang, cutting in from the left, but Palace with the numbers back there to block. Semedo to Totti, looking first time to Nuri, but Richards intercepted. Bentley's had to come a long way out of his goal. The offside flag is up.
Yeah, Mateta was offside, well offside. Again,
the formation, 6 minutes still to play.
Come on, 4 each. 4 each.
Guedes to Bellegarde. Infield to Agbadou. Pretty much on the centre spot. For Totti. Hwang, Nuri, back to Totti. Palace is still pressing. Agbadou with a big high ball for Guedes, who got his head to it, but cleared away by Lerma. Eza forwards, intercepted by Agbadou. João Gomez into the feet of Manetzi. Lost his footing. Well, all is not lost in terms of Wolves finishing 14th at least, but the race for 13th will be over. Got to hold off West Ham, Man United and Spurs on the final day against Brentford. Nuri can't control on the edge of the box. And here comes Mateta, who's got himself isolated with Totti. Mateta up towards the edge of the penalty area, playing it in field to Eza. And the attempted step over didn't work. Wolves managed to get it clear. Nuri. Still have 4 minutes to play. Goal on this attack for Wolves would make things interesting. Cunha to Guedes. Right inside the box, pulled back. Oh, it was ever so slightly behind Cunha. He couldn't get control of it. In goes Guedes. It's going to be a Palace throw. João Gomez over halfway. Bellegarde on the turn. Couldn't quite thread his pass through. Intercepted by Lerma. Mateta holding off Semedo for Eberechiesa. Attempted switch of play to Munoz right inside the box, and Munoz went for glory. High and a long way over the top.
Yeah, that's your right back there. It just shows you the engine that he's got getting up and down the pitch. Should be tired after the weekend. Well, I was hoping.
Bellegarde dispossessed by Deveni. Franca, good challenge by Totti. Cunha. Bellegarde is slow to get to his feet. João Gomez taking over. Just about 90 seconds to play. Richards with a header from the edge of the penalty area for a ball that was meant for Cunha. Deveni's pass finds Eza. Palace sniffing another to Mateta. Good save by Bentley. Flying to his left-hand side. Munoz, Eza, and Bentley plucks the cross out of the air.
Yeah, great save from him. There's some venom with it as well. Good hit. Did really well. Strong hands from Mateta.
Totti for Ainuri. About 40 seconds to play. He Chanwang is brought down. Wolves free kick. A couple of yards in from the left-hand touchline. 10 yards inside the Palace half. Agbatou lifting the ball forwards towards Cunha. Richards again wins it. Kamada running forwards, but that's it. 3 defeats on the bounce for Vitor Pereira's team. Not the way they wanted to end the campaign, which had seen them lift themselves to such unimaginable heights from the first half of the season. They were in front in this one. Emmanuel Agbatou heading over the line, only just, for his first goal in Old Gold. But the lead lasted only 3 minutes. Eddie Nketiah finding the bottom corner via the hand of Dan Bentley. 5 minutes later, Palace were 2-1 up. A low cross in, allowing Nketiah to tap home. 5 minutes into the second half, Ben Chilwell's deflected free kick found the far bottom corner. Jurgen Strand-Larsen gave Wolves some hope just past the hour mark, heading home from a corner whipped in from the left-hand side. But Eberechiesa off the bench made things safe for Palace in the final few minutes. And it finished Crystal Palace 4, Wolves 2.
Yeah, when they look at that game, they've had opportunities. They won't want to look at the goals again. I think that the way that they conceded the goals, I don't think they'll be too happy about it. But they've just got to be better. They've just got to be better and hopefully take it into the last game of the season. Just need to be a little bit sharper with those passing, those basic little things. And hopefully we can get the right result at home to Brentford.
Yeah, one more game to go. And hopefully a celebration at Molineux, because, listen, this was a monumental effort to get out of the trenches that we found ourselves in. And it would be a shame not to give credit to those who are due it for a journey that really has been an impressive one over the last couple of months.
They're a good side. They're a good side. They've shown it over the last couple of years that they're a good side. They've got the good makeup of a good side. It's all about now. So they've got themselves into Europe, the Europa Cup. It's about hanging on to players now. They lost Elise last year, but I think there will be a few more players who might have to go away from Crystal Palace. with what they've done this year, because they're a talented group. They've caused problems for the big boys up at the top as well. It's a difficult place to come, always has been, and they've got to go about it again. So it'd be interesting what happens next year with them.
Right, we'll take a break and we'll focus on Wolves on Matchday Live Extra. You can let us know your thoughts at Mikey Burrows on X to have your say, as Wolves are beaten by 4-2.
Download the Wolves app today, the only place to watch live academy matches.
Wolves TV, the home of live uninterrupted radio commentary of every single Wolves game. But that's not all. Wolves TV also brings you extended and alternative match highlights, interviews with the team, behind-the-scenes features and training coverage, plus see every goal Wolves score from every angle.
From the volley arm and a goal! That is simply stunning!
So check out Wolves TV online at wolves.co.uk or on the move via the Wolves app.
Do you need support with your mental health? Life has been very challenging in recent years. With the COVID pandemic and cost of living crisis, we've experienced some difficult times. Wolves Foundation, the club's official charity, continues to run a Head for Health project, focused on helping adults improve their mental and physical well-being. For more details, email healthadmin@wolves.co.uk or call 07971 900257.
Are you looking for a space to entertain key clients? Got a special occasion coming up and want to treat the family? Or are you just looking to come and watch a game in style? At Molineux, we've a range of matchday hospitality packages available for every Premier League game.
So much involved in this.
From the pitch and city views of WV1 to the premium a la carte dining in the boardroom, there's something for everyone looking to elevate their matchday experience.
Oh, goodness me!
To find out more and get yourself booked in, visit the hospitality section of wolves.co.uk.
Take a walk through the history of Wolverhampton Wanderers and marvel at our extensive collection of Wolves artefacts. With new exhibits opening all the time, there's plenty to see in the Wolves Museum, so book your trip through old gold history at events.wolves.co.uk.
The official Wolves podcast, Matchday Live Extra.
The Wolves supporters are delirious!
Crystal Palace 4, Wolves 2, 3 defeats on the bounce for Vitor Pereira's team. They led in this game. Emmanuel Agbadou heading home after Jorgen Strand Larsen had put enough pressure on the Crystal Palace defence to send the ball back into the 6-yard box. His header looked to initially have been cleared off the line, but the referee's watch, the goal decision system, Hawkeye, showed that the ball was clearly a long way over, but Eddie Nketiah found space a couple of minutes later inside the penalty area. His shot maybe could have been saved by Dan Bentley, but his hand to it sent it into the far bottom corner. And Nketiah then 5 minutes later stroking home after good work by Ismaila Sarr down the right-hand side for Palace. Ben Chilwell, a deflected free kick at the start of the second half, made it 3-1. And then Jorgen Strand Larsen with a goal from another set piece again from Wolves. A corner whipped in by Jean-Ric Bellegarde from the left-hand side, and there was Larsen to head it home. And eventually, Eberechi Eze got forwards in the last couple of minutes and was able to turn the ball home from just inside the penalty area to wrap things up for the FA Cup winners. It was a pulsating atmosphere for the majority of the game. Wolves were hoping to catch Palace napping. Maybe they'd been celebrating their FA Cup victory at the weekend, and having got in front, they will rue that missed opportunity to make Palace pay. Both sides had made 6 changes coming into this one. but it was one of those for Palace, Eddie Nketiah, that really changed the game for them.
Yeah, it was. And as I said at the beginning, I was surprised about the amount of change that he made. Your leading goal scorer on the bench. And look, I know he wants to look at players and he's thinking everything's okay until next year now. But we all want to finish on a high. We all want to finish in the right frame of mind and the right way as well. And it's the goals weren't great against us, so I think it was too easy. Coming from our own mistakes at times, allowing Crystal Palace to get at us a little bit too easy, marking. Look, it was a number of things. And that was the one thing that made us win those 6 games on the bench was that resilience and that determination. Difficult for teams to play against us. Never really seen a lot of that tonight. So look, we didn't look as sharp as what we have been. And unfortunately, that's 3 games on a bounce with defeats. And that's the bad thing about it is we want to finish well in the league. But at the moment, so look, you can kind of see going back to a little bit to where we were. And that's what we don't want to do.
Look, he will have his reasons for making the changes that he did. And as we discussed pre-game, there is clearly an element of, trying to give players an opportunity that's there for them. Some of them have earned that chance. You can make a strong case that Pablo Sarabia's form and Jurgen Strand Larsen coming back into the starting lineup is one of those changes. But from a Wolves perspective, and hindsight is a wonderful thing, do you think Vitor Pereira will look back on this tonight and go, maybe there was a couple too many in there?
Yeah, I think so as well. So look, when the cameras have gone on to him on the touchline, there weren't many times when he was shaking his head about what he's seeing. Just watching the replay of the second goal here, Dan Bentley going absolutely crazy. I said to you, Totti got no chance of getting that ball when he's coming out. He's running towards Munoz, and he's not getting it. He's got to stay where he is. He should be knowing he's not that inexperienced now. He's an experienced player. You got to be able to read the game. He's better off staying where he is because the player of Crystal Palace has got to make a decision then. He's made his mind up for him then. All he's going to do, he's played over the top for him. I think it was Sarr down the right-hand side, and he was able to play the ball square. And Nketiah Salok to score the goal. The easiest of chances. That's naive defending. It's naive defending when they're doing it. Look, you can't afford to keep making mistakes like that. You should be able to read the game. He's not a young lad anymore. He knows what's doing. If he stays where he is, nothing's happening really. So because the player's not going to be able to get behind him, he needs to be staying where he is at the time. And we're just watching the free kick off him. Bentley will be disappointed with that. It's his side. It hasn't really gone in with that much power. But what he's done, he's tried to read the ball. He's tried to read it going over the wall. And it wasn't the best of free kicks. There wasn't that much pace on it. But because of him going too far across to the left-hand side behind the wall, he can't get back because the ball's spinning, it's curling, and he can't get his hand to it. So you're looking at just those 2 goals there, big mistakes. I thought the first goal, we had enough players around the ball for it not to be a problem. Yeah. It's out on the wing, and we've got about 5 or 6 players around the ball, and they've still scored. That is what we were doing all the way up to December with the way we were defending. Then we started to defend properly, and we just saw glimpses again of what we've gone back to a little bit, making it easy.